Alrighty, let's dig in. Okay, so we went through all of the napkins. Stephanie has joined us. Welcome, Stephanie. So we're gonna go with, I'm gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna get everything else out of the way. And I am gonna do a little, I don't know why this video is wonky, but hopefully it gets better. Amen, hallelujah, praise the Lord. I love it, Kelly. So I am gonna move everything aside. Bummer. I'm afraid if I do the Mod Podge on that paper, it's just gonna be so stiff, and I really don't want it that's not. But I did want like a nice square in the middle. I could paint the square. I have faith. We're gonna get this to work, dang it. So what I'm gonna do is good old-fashioned Mod Podge, same process. Make sure you have the parchment paper underneath, okay? Because this is gonna get Kelly, I can't even. Oh, for Pete's sakes. All right. Same process. Forget the saran wrap, you guys. The saran wrap method is garbage. I've decided we're not doing it. Okay. So what we're gonna do is the same thing, but we're gonna use the Mod Podge. Yes, it's gonna be a little bit messier, but at least I know it'll work. You guys are dying. Oh, again, who put me in charge? It was a great idea. I had high hopes. I should have practiced before. All right. Good Lord. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do it this way. The key is gonna be just getting the Mod Podge in the area that we need here. I can't believe that. I knew it was a risk, but I always pull it out. Not this time. Okay, now my understanding when you do it this way is you do need to wait for the Mod Podge to dry. I gotta try and get my circle right here. So I'm just kind of freehanding this. Has anyone done this? Oh no, there's tornadoes somewhere. Yikes. Okay, we need to pray for Wisconsin. They're saying there's tornadoes somewhere. Has anyone done this in the iron-on Mod Podge way? Because I swear when I read it, you're supposed to let it dry and then stick it on. I don't know if I have a big enough area. I think I still need to go out a little bit more. I think you're supposed to dry it first and then iron it. But then I also thought that the, yeah, Diane says, at least I didn't have melted plastic. I couldn't get up. For real, yes, that is a good point. The good news is, one, hopefully you're watching along and not following along. Wendy, you're not doing what I'm doing, are you? Please tell me you're waiting. Okay. I think I need just a little bit more. Okay, so I am gonna hit, oh, jeez, the fan. I'm gonna hit this. My understanding is it is supposed to be dry. Now I have seen other crafters like recently do this, so I think we'll be okay. I'm not gonna get it fully dry, but I'm gonna get it mostly dry. All right, fingers crossed. Here we go. Okay, if the Mod Podge goes beyond the napkin, it will show once it's dry on the material. I don't think it will show a lot, but it could, because I'm using, I think mine is matte. Okay, so I want to see like how close it is to it. I could go a little bit more on these outsides. Well, that's pretty good. I think it's on the bottom here. I need to go more. It is already wanting to stick a little bit, which that's fine. Just gonna add a little bit. Going to keep adding a little bit here. It is trying to stick on some places, which is fine because I have it where I want it. I just lost my paper there. All right, we'll hit it again. So funny because I told Heidi I was gonna do the saran wrap method. Now I gotta tell her don't do the saran wrap method. But yeah, Kelly has a great question. Linda, how did you do that basket? Because it was like fabric or rope or something, I think. All right. Back over with me. All right, Melanie tries to iron take 2. Here we go. Not gonna move it around. And I have seen people do it with this little iron, so this little iron better step it up, or it's gonna be donated to the Goodwill. Oh, something is happening. This is working. So you can start to see it's getting transparent through the, you can start to see the bag through the napkin. So it is getting transparent, just like it would if you normally Mod Podge it. So we'll see. We'll see how it looks. Not exactly like I imagined. I didn't really want the crosshairs of the bag to come through. That's why I was trying to do it the other way. I thought it would be like a cleaner print, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So you can kind of see where it's like coming through. So this is working. Now this is another way. You can always use this method to Mod Podge anything flat if you're worried about the words getting wrinkled. Diane's celebrating with me. So this is another great way to make sure it's nice and flat. So I'm still got to work on it some more, but I'll kind of show you. You can see how it's going on. And it's on there, like, but I'm just trying to get it more an even amount where it's showing through. Well, one way doesn't work, try another. I say phooey on that saran wrap method. I think that lady was, I don't know, it was some kind of magic she was using. When she did that envelope, it looks so easy, it works so nice. I don't understand. Okay, so from here you can kind of see where I've got, where I do need to add some more Mod Podge to get that stuck down. So I am going to go through and just kind of tuck some under the edges there. And I'm going to use my favorite tool, you know, because it works for everything. Try not to burn myself with my iron over here. Alright, so I'm just taking the extra Mod Podge that's on my brush and going around any of the outsides that are sticking up, and then just kind of helping them stay down. And then I can go over it again. Funny how some methods work for you and others don't. Seriously. It looked so easy when she did it. Like, I was like, oh, that'll just be so nice. That'll be so easy. I thought you guys would be so impressed. I'm never using saran wrap again. Okay, I just want to go over those edges that I hit. Do that again, just to kind of get them down. The good news is it still kind of has that vinyl look that I wanted, so it's okay. It's okay that it didn't work out. Okay, so there we go. We have our little design on there. So now what I want to do is, I was kind of thinking, so now you can tell like this is stuck to the parchment paper on the inside, which is fine. You just peel it off. But that's why you want to use parchment paper, because otherwise that would have been stuck to the back of your bag. We definitely don't want that. I just wanted to slide my parchment paper up a little bit because I'm going to come in here now. So there's a couple of ways that you can do it. The bag that I had inspired by actually had polka dots all over. I might do polka dots all over. We'll see how good I am at polka dots. Okay, so I just have my Ocean, of course it's called Ocean, chalk paint. So I'm going to pour some in my little dish here and work out of that. Okay, and then I'm going to use my little finger dauber. You are probably going to want something that you can like, maybe not that one because it has antique on it. I might not antique, I might surprise y'all. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna put some paint on there, and then I kind of just want to see like what these dots look like. Okay, that's probably where I want it. Okay, so now you can come in here and just do your dots. However you want them. That one I got a little crazy, so I'll probably have to slow it down. Slow it down, Melanie. Let's see if I can fix that one. Alright, they're not going to be perfect. It'll be fine. So again, you don't have to do the polka dots if you don't want polka dots. You could do white polka dots. The one I saw actually had white polka dots, which I thought was super fun. But then I thought the blue would look good, so I decided to go with blue. So you could just do a row across the top. You could do the whole thing. All of mine look pretty good except that one looks a little smeary. But I think I'm just gonna keep going. So I'm just kind of doing like an opposite pattern. I think I'm just gonna keep going down here. Oh, that one needs a little more. Now also keep in mind, if you don't want to do dots, you don't have to do dots. If you don't like my dots, it's okay. I think everybody thinks different things are beautiful and fun. And so for me, it's just about like experimenting. So if you don't like polka dots or you don't want to do polka dots, you don't have to. But this is a great tool to use if you like polka dots or want to put polka dots on anything else. You have the tool to do it. I feel like doing one right there might just be too much, so I'm going to give it space. Oh, okay, Tammy likes the dots. It looked super cute on the example that I saw, but again, the dots were white, they weren't as bold, so they're easier than I thought. And again, just make sure that your parchment paper is in the inside so that it's not bleeding through to the back of your bag. That would be bad. I feel like one's supposed to be here, but I'm like just going with where I feel the dots should go. This is fun. Sharon likes polka dot anything. Kelly says, be bold in the craft and bold in your love for Jesus. Yes. Amen. Alright, I feel like there does need to be one here. Wrapping up where my dots are going here. I'm just going to fill in the bottom. Okay, do I feel like I almost feel like there needs to be one there. I think we're done. All right, putting this aside. I'm running out of places to put things aside too. Okay, I'll move my little iron out of the way there so that you can see. All right, so those are my polka dots. For the most part, I did pretty good, except that one looks a little smeary, but oh well. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to kind of work on my bow. So I'm going to put this aside over here. And I kind of laid out my ribbon, how I kind of wanted my bow to go. So this is just folded over back and forth. And what I was envisioning is I want a bigger piece on the outside, like a bigger bow on the outside, and then a smaller kind of bow on the inside. So yes, I do have the bow maker, but I had this just kind of laid out almost like I wanted it. So I was just going to try and freehand this by just bending these the way that I want them to go. Because I kind of want like a crossed over. So once I get it, like I'll kind of show you what it's going to look like. But like it's going to be one of these where like it's kind of bigger on the bottom and smaller on the top. So I am going to use my extra jute to tie this, and then I'm just going to play with it to get it kind of where I want. So I'm just wrapping it around so that the middle of the bow is where the jute is. Linda says she's loving this she's loving this look. I do think the rope would be cute too, Linda. I might find some after I get on because I don't want to have to go look for it while you guys are waiting. But I'm gonna put some ribbon or put some rope around it because I think I have some white like macrame rope. There was a minute where I was doing macrame, like a minute and a half. Okay, so I just tied that, and then I'm gonna keep playing with this until I get what I want it to look like, but it's pretty close. So this is pretty much what I imagined. So we're gonna fix the tails here. And I can never remember. I think you cut it this way. We'll find out. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this one too. Alright, so that's like my little bow. Oh yes! Look what my son found for me. He heard me struggling. All right, we might have to add that, Linda. That's for you, girlfriend. Okay, and then I want to, I think I actually want to paint this white. Let's find some white. I actually don't think I'm gonna antique anything today. Can you believe it? Yes, trial and error, exactly. All right, so I'm just gonna paint my little thing that I have here white so that it matches everything, because I basically have blue and white going on. All right, I feel like we came out of the crisis there we were having with the saran wrap. Never again. I'm gonna unsave that video. I think I have it saved in my reels or on Pinterest or something now. It's going away. We're not. The saran wrap thing is nothing. Or I have that is off-brand saran wrap. Maybe you have to use like actual saran wrap. That was the cheap stuff. Watch, I'll run this later and someone will tell me what I did wrong that actually knows how to do it. I'm sure it was user error in some shape or form, or my iron just is not hot enough, was most likely it. All right, I'm just covering this whole thing with white, and then I am gonna go through and do the edges because I'm kind of sloppy, so. Just want the whole thing white. right, we're almost there. I am liking the polka dots. It's where it's I kind of went back and forth on the polka dots or not the polka dots, but I am liking them. I'm gonna have to play with that rope. All right, we almost got it. You could also leave this plain if you like the kind of natural look. You could paint it black. That would be cool looking. I got like too much paint in the hole. All right, I'm gonna hit that with the no saran wrap for you. Exactly, Kelly. Glad has a nice one that sounds fun and it sticks to itself. Oh, that's probably what I need. Oh, Lori was the one. Oh, Lori was saying play for Wisconsin. They still have tornadoes. Oh no, they're heading towards the family. Lori, I will definitely keep them in my prayers. I can't even imagine. I spent one summer in Colorado when I was younger. And we only had the tornado warning like one time where the sirens went off, and I was terrified. And they didn't really tell me what to do before they left me with their kids. I was babysitting my nieces and nephews, and I just went in the bathtub because I didn't know what to do. But I'll never forget that. That was terrifying. And then we did have one time here, which we're not supposed to have tornadoes here at all. And one year we did, and it actually touched down like not very far from here at all. It was probably within a mile from our house. And my husband woke me up because the phones went off. I think the phone went off and it had a tornado warning. And I was like all the way asleep. And so my husband like wakes me up and he's like, Mel, there's like a tornado, like there's a tornado warning, like we have to do something. We were at the time, we lived in a split story house. So it was, we were slept up on the second level. And so he's like trying to wake me up, telling me that there's like this tornado coming. And I tell him, if there was a tornado, they would sound the alarm. We don't have to worry until we hear the alarm. And he's like so mad at me. And then I realized like 2 minutes later, we don't have any alarms. And so then I like panicked. So I went downstairs and like our windows were shaking. And we only had one spot under our stairs that we could really, that was like the only spot with no windows. Like everything in our place had windows because we're not meant for tornadoes. Like these houses aren't built for that. And so it was scary there for a minute, but he was so mad at me because I didn't get up and get the kids, like everyone's safe. I was just like, oh no, if there was a tornado, we would know, they would warn us. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of tack this onto the back here. So I just did a knot at the top here and a knot here so that I had something to glue. And so I'm just gonna glue it to the back of my little bow here. Just so that it hangs down. Lori says that she's moving to Oklahoma in August. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Oklahoma's like tornado country, right? Oh. I don't know, I think like you get trained on where you live, like what, like how to prepare, like we know what to do for monsoons and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to other stuff that we don't usually get here, it's like you don't know what to do. I'm gonna move this all out of here. Okay, so for my vision for my bow was actually to put it up here on the little handle. That's kind of what I was thinking. So I'm probably gonna put it right on the little X here. And then it's just gonna have the little anchor. How cute is this? It's growing on me. I'm liking it now. Yes, Oklahoma is Tornado Alley. Diane loves the bow. It's heading toward the lake. I'm gonna have to look at online afterwards. I love all those tornado weather shows, but I couldn't be in one. Like, that's terrifying. Okay, so I am gonna use a couple kinds of glue here because I don't think the hot glue is gonna be strong enough to stick it to the fabric. So I'm gonna use this whatever, this is like permanent glue. And then I'm gonna use the hot glue gun too. If you sew, you could sew it on as well. That would be a good way to keep it on too. I just don't trust my hot glue to do the job. So we're gonna use both. All right, I'm gonna stick it on there real good. Oh, thank you, ladies. It's coming together. Yeah, if I just didn't have my one jacked up polka dot. I might have to freehand that one. It doesn't even look bad on the camera. I think it just looks bad in person. It just doesn't look as clean as the other ones, but that's my perfection coming through, trying to ruin the day. Oh, okay, I think we're on there. Okay, so we have your cute little bow. We've got our little anchor on here. We've got our polka dots. And then oh my gosh, how cute. So that's the whole bag. And then of course you have the back, so you could do the polka dots on the back or not, or you can just leave it. I'm probably just gonna leave mine in the back the way that it is. But that's just one idea of what you could do with the bag. So I am looking at the bottom here where it folds. So this is the actual bottom of the bag. I do feel like we need a couple more polka dots here. I just gotta make sure my stuff is all the way in the bottom. Oh, Kelly says it's adorable. Yeah, I do think once it goes flat on the bottom there, it looks like it's missing some polka dots. So I am gonna add some polka dots right here. It's over here. It's over here out of the way. Stephanie says very pretty. Wendy says you always have to make changes after you think you're finished. Seriously, are we ever really finished? I just think it's gonna look funny without these. It just needs 2 more dots, right? See, look at that hole right there. It needs a dot. All right, now we're finished. All right, I forgot I put that over there when I ran out of room. So like some of you suggest, you could take the rope, like I could take the rope and do like this rope around the outside, just to kind of give you an idea of what it would look like. So it would look something like that. Here, we'll put this over here. So if you liked that look, you could do something like that. Here, I'm gonna cut it. Give you an idea. And then, because it's me and I always like those. Sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing here. I just cut like another little. You could even do something like that if you wanted to add like more, well, one to cover like wherever that seam is or whatever. So then it has like 2 bows, and then it could be something like that. But that, if you don't like the edges on it, that can help like clean it up. The only reason I won't do this rope, I think it looks super cute, is when I have kids that don't have everything that I use, and then like if I use this extra rope, which I should have thought to put rope in there, that would have been so great next time, then people get upset because if they don't have this rope, then they can't do this exact thing. But I think that would look super cute too. So I'm gonna leave mine like it is to take a picture, but I know some of you are gonna love the rope and do the rope, and that'll look super cute. But that's just another idea of how you could make it. And it does bring out the whole nautical thing. I don't know why I didn't think to include rope. Obviously I had some. So go figure. Anyway, I will get this, get pictures taken of it and get it up there so that you guys have some ideas. And then when you're done, you're just gonna pull out your, it's pretty much dry. But this is why you want to make sure that you have the parchment inside, because you can see where we had the Mod Podge going through, we had all our paint dots and everything happening. So that's going to protect it so that none of that went through to the other side or anything, because you can see on the inside how the paint went through. But we don't have to worry about any of that because we had everything protected. All right, I'm gonna go clean up and take pictures, but this turned out so fun. I hope you guys do yours, and I'd love to see how they work out with the polka dots or no polka dots, ropes, no ropes, and kind of see what you create. You could do lace around the outside, you could do ribbon. I thought about doing the ribbon like as a border across the top, and then I just decided I wanted bow, so I went that way instead. But tons of ways that you can do it. But that's it for tonight. Until next time, everyone, happy crafting.